You made your debut as a 21-year-old. You would assume you're playing like 10, 12 games a year at least. This is brought to you by Menulog. On to one of the greatest bounce backs all time. What was that next couple of year period like for you?
Trained the house down, probably the fittest and strongest I've ever been. But then it kind of crushed me again to think like I've only played one game in 3 years. And I remember asking for a release early and Sticky was like, nah. I don't, like, he goes, I've been meaning to ask you, like, if you want to stay around again, we need you, da-da-da. And I said, brother, I've played one game in 3 years. I'm good enough to play. I know that you've got a lot of boys ahead of me, like great players, like rep players. I get it, but there's been injuries where I haven't even got a look in. It kind of dampened me a bit. And me and my wife were just like living in Canberra, driving to and from Sydney every week to play cup. To not be able to crack the 21 over the next 2 years was pretty heartbreaking. To get a lifeline from the Sharks was probably the best thing that's happened so far, because I went there knowing I needed to work hard. I went there on a 52-week training contract. I remember going there and Sifa Talakai was there. Like, I mentioned to him that I was on a 52-week training contract, and he looked at me and goes, bro, I'm on a 26-week training contract.
No way.
And I said, there's no way. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, so we kind of made a little pact there, which was, you know, this will be our last shot. Well, I said to him, like, what I've been through in my career so far, like it's pretty hard. So I said, this will be my last shot at an NRL career before I just go back to work. And he looked at me dead in the eyes, straight face, and said, bro, that's where my head's at right now.
Wow.
He goes, this is exactly where my head's at. If I don't crack it this year, then it is what it is, and I'm going back to work. And I said, all right then. So me and you will hold each other accountable. We'll do the best we can to turn heads, and that's what we did. We trained hard. We were both strong, both trained well, and we fit right into that mold of the mold that they were looking for. And I remember there was one 30 spot left, and it was just before our season launch, and the day of our season launch, sorry. And I remember Bomber pulled me aside and he goes to me, I'm going to give you the last 30 spot. And I said to him, like, thank you. What about Sif? And he said, he's going to be on a development, so he'll be around. And then if a 30 spot opens, he'll go in. And I said, well, that's good enough for me. And I remember talking to Sif, and I just said, like, sorry, bro, like, they gave me the 30, and he was so happy for me, eh?